Hey guys, it's Sandeep with Phone Arena, and this is the review of the Lenovo Vibe S1 smartphone, which is the first from Lenovo with dual front facing cameras. Even though the main highlight of the smartphone is the selfie feature, it does have solid specifications on paper and comes with a premium build. Is the smartphone worth the price? Let us find out in the complete review. The Vibe S1 has a 5-inch Full HD display with a pixel density of about 440 ppi. The display is bright and offers vibrant color output, good sunlight legibility, as well as good viewing angles. It has Corning Gorilla Glass 3 for protection as well. The device has a screen to body ratio of 67.9%, which is quite decent. Even though it's just 70.8mm wide, it is 143.3mm tall, making it slightly taller than some smartphones with a 5-inch screen. It has an 8 megapixel front facing camera along with a secondary 2 megapixel camera at the top. There is an earpiece in the center along with the usual set of proximity and ambient light sensors. Sadly, the device lacks a gyroscope and a magnetometer. The capacitive touch buttons are present below the display. While they are not backlit, they offer haptic feedback when pressed. The smartphone has brushed metal finish on the sides. The volume rocker as well as the power button that are present on the right side also do have the same metal finish. The 3.5mm audio jack is present at the top along with the secondary microphone. The micro USB slot is present at the bottom along with a loudspeaker grill on the right side and a microphone on the left side. On the left side of the device is the hybrid SIM slot, which can either house two nano SIM cards or a nano SIM as well as a micro SD card. It has a 13 megapixel rear camera with dual tone LED flash and face detection autofocus. There is a Vibe branding in the center as well. The camera UI is simple. Apart from auto mode, there is also an HDR mode, and you can enable quick snap option in the settings that lets you double press any of the volume keys in order to quickly snap a picture even when the screen is locked. The front facing camera has a beauty mode which has a scale setting of 0 to 7, and the dual camera lets you blur someone's face after the image has been captured. It has simple spiral and fast blur modes and also lets you increase the blur level depending on your preference. The cutout option also lets you cut out your image separately and swap the background. Coming to the image quality, the 13 megapixel camera is decent. Some images look dull even in bright conditions since the white balance is not perfect. Macro shots came out well with vibrant colors, but it's hard to focus even with face detection autofocus. HDR shots look good, but it's too bright. Low light shots are good with less noise, and images with flash are good too, thanks to a dual tone flash that maintains the original colors. The 8 megapixel front facing camera is pretty good for selfies and video chats even in indoor conditions. The dual camera is a nice addition, but it doesn't improve the image quality to a great extent. The blur feature is not much useful since it reduces the image resolution to just zero point 0.6 megapixels. The smartphone can record 1080p Full HD resolution videos at 30 fps. Even the back has Corning Gorilla Glass protection, but it attracts fingerprints easily and is quite reflective. The smooth metal finish on the sides and the glass back make the phone slippery and is difficult to hold, so it's recommended to use a bundle clear case to prevent it from slipping out of your hand. Even though the phone is slippery, it has good ergonomics as well as a solid build quality. Coming to the software, the device runs on Android Lollipop 5.0 with Lenovo's own Vibe UI on top. The company has not announced when it plans to roll out the Android 5.1 Lollipop or Android 6.0 Marshmallow update for the smartphone. Quick Settings has several features and also has a bright adjustment slider. You can launch the dialer or the camera directly from the lock screen as well. There's a white touch option that lets you create a floating bar for accessing utility apps like camera, music, calculator, and much more. Smart Scene lets you create different scenes for different time periods or places. You can enable knock to light option from settings in order to enable double tap to wake the screen up when it's locked. There's also a screen off unlock option that lets you slide left or right on the bottom of the screen to unlock it. Out of 3 GB of RAM, 2.8 GB of RAM is usable, out of which 1.9 GB of RAM is free when the phone is idle with just the system apps running in the background. Out of 32 GB of internal storage, the user gets around 23.55 GB of usable storage out of the box. You can also set the default write disk to SD card when you insert one and move the apps to the SD card once the write option is changed to the card. Coming to the apps, the phone comes with pre-installed games and a lot of apps. Since the Vibe UI doesn't have an app drawer, all the apps are arranged in the home screen and it also has folders. Google Play Music is the default music player. The loudspeaker output is brilliant and clear even at full volume, and the audio output through headphones is good too. The device is equipped with 4G LTE and brings about support for Band 40 and Band 3 for India. Both the SIMs support 4G, but you can enable 4G only on one SIM at a time while the other goes to 2G. You can set the default SIM for voice call, messaging, or data connection. It has Wi-Fi 802.11a, B, G, and N, as well as Bluetooth 4.0 and GPS. It has USB OTG support but lacks NFC. The device is powered by an octa-core MediaTek MT6752 processor with 8 ARM Cortex A53 CPUs clocked at 1.69 GHz per core. Performance is just good without any lag in the UI, even though the UI consumes more RAM. We tested some high-end games on the smartphone and the graphics as well as the performance were quite good. Overall, it scored 4 out of 5 stars in our gaming review. Coming to the battery life, the 2500 mAh built-in battery doesn't offer good battery life. On a full charge, it lasts for less than a day on 4G with both the SIM cards in use. It has a power saver mode that reduces the screen and GPU power consumption, but the battery life doesn't improve much even with the power saver enabled. It also has an ultimate power saver mode that enables only calling and messaging and offers several days of standby. It achieved a one charge rating of just 7 hours and 45 minutes, which is not at all impressive. Overall, the Lenovo Vibe S1 is a decent smartphone for the price of Rs 15,999. It has a good display, brilliant design, solid build quality, and a good enough front-facing camera, but it mainly disappoints when it comes to battery life. The slippery back can be managed using the bundled back cover, and the hybrid dual SIM is also acceptable since it has 32 GB of internal storage, but it lacks a gyroscope and a magnetometer that are present in most mid-range smartphones. If you can manage with the average battery life for a smartphone with a compact and elegant design, go for the Vibe S1. Otherwise, you can go for the Vibe P1 with a huge 5000 mAh battery that offers great battery life and a dedicated SIM slot for the same price. Listed here are the pros and cons of the device. If you like this video, do hit the like button and do subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.